morning. We're gonna head out to a honey hole I know of. This guy has, I don't even know how many cars. We'll have to ask him. He's never really wanted to sell stuff before, but I've heard he's thinking about actually selling some stuff. It's local to me, so we're gonna hop in the truck here and go check it out. Hopefully he'll let us record out there. I haven't talked to him about that yet. And this fool Carlos tricked me. He's supposed to go, and then he said he ain't going, but now he's pulling up, so I don't know what's happening. So we just made it out here to Ray's house. He said we can record, which is nice of him. Or would you start a salvage in the 70s or 80s?
Early 70s, yes.
And you actually ran a salvage out of here? See, I did not know that. So that explains why you have such a huge collection. Your cows do a pretty good job, don't they?
Get them to eat cedar trees and blackberry bushes.
We'd be all right.
It would help.
So do you pretty well remember each one of these cars and where they came from?
Yeah, most of them I can tell you where they came from. Let's see what this is.
It's almost the color of my truck. That's pretty awesome.
And then I bought the cab separate, and I never did get the cab put back on. Got it from like civil defense. It was some government agency they got it from. But
And you used it to move your cars around here.
as long as you got solid ground.
Ooh, drop off. How many cars do you think you have out here, Ray?
There's about 550.
550? Oh, wow. I knew it was at least a few hundred, but I couldn't remember. We've done the walkthrough it a couple times, but there's a lot to take in.
Yeah, it's about 550.
Yeah, I seen that right there.
Texas Co.
Up on the back of that.
There you go, Carlos. Dodge Dakota. Air conditioning, that was pretty fancy for a Pinto.
For a Pinto, yeah. And it's a runabout. See, that has a hatchback.
Oh, okay.
Had a vinyl top.
Did you drive that one?
Yeah, I fixed that for my wife to drive. My daughter had a little accident with it.
Did you put the mags on there?
No, those are factory.
Oh, awesome. I didn't realize that was a factory wheel. That's really cool.
I put a 292 in it. Doesn't have a flathead in it anymore. This was Buick Olds Pontiac Cadillac Road.
Buick Olds.
Pontiac Cadillac. Next row over Chevrolets.
Oh yeah, I see the Impala tail lights hiding over there. Now, I do remember you had it somewhat laid out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see all the X-frame cars. So that means the one wagon that I was interested in last time's over here somewhere.
What was it?
It was, I can't remember, was it a 62? You had a bunch of motors stored in it,
Oh, yeah.
motor parts.
Yeah, it's down here. I've got some more up in this area. There's a 65, a 61.
So out of all these projects, which one is there, what certain ones are the ones that you have
Well, I've got some.
to get on the road?
I've got a 68 E-type Jaguar
Oh, wow.
in town, in one of my garages in town that I've had since early 70s. I want to get it done. I'd like to get my MG out.
They are just throughout these woods everywhere. It's awesome. How many people do you think you've caught back in your place here?
Not very many.
That's good. like the old Alice. My grandpa was very big into tractors.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a WD. Those were real nice little tractors. I had 2 of them, and I let Joe Enda have one. I didn't let him have it. He traded it. That's where my metal roof came from.
Cool 62 wagon. Very cool.
That's badass. There.
It's got a very cool look.
Floors are getting bad in it, I imagine, because it's been sitting.
And then with the weight.
So when I first moved back after getting out of the Air Force a few years ago, we came out here, and I actually tried to buy this car because I was gonna use everything out of my 64 Biscayne to make it a runner driver. You can swap a lot of stuff over.
That you have right here.
This thing is loaded down with heads and all kinds of
There
stuff.
may be another one
And
here.
there.
it's just a really cool car.
They're pretty calm.
Every time you think you make it to a little dead end area, Ray knows of a new little trail that opens up and takes you to some cool stuff. Oh wow. That thing is massive.
And that's a big air intake on that. It has a big fan in it.
Man, that is wild.
They're an interesting car.
There is just no telling. You dang sure know the best way to walk around this place. You can make it in and out of this stuff without hardly having to dodge a limb.
Snagging on blackberries or something. 58.
Yeah, nice 58. Couple of international scouts. Things are cool. I wouldn't ever build one, but you know, I like my internationals. I definitely like this. That blue paint would come back from underneath that. Yep.
You
Got the other one.
No, that's a bunch of stuff.
I see people on YouTube
Yeah, I got a
where
trailer.
people have bought property and they buy it with everything on it, start opening up stuff, and sure enough, brand new cars in there that some never been touched.
Never been
That
that
hit the
lucky.
jackpot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my mother-in-law. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's been shut down for like, man, good like 6 years. There you go, bro. Put that up on your front of your house with your Puddin fab shop.
Yeah.
Twin Continental. It's a 10-speed lightweight bike.
Oh, okay. Is that the one with the tank on it?
No.
Now that's a cool old Ford. Hood is smashed up. Front end smashed up.
Caught a tree on North Broadway in the middle of the night.
Uh-oh.
He got drunk.
The truck got drunk and hit the tree.
Got drunk and hit the tree.
Well,
It's a shame because I thought about putting a front end on it when I first got it, and then I never did.
uh-oh. Carlos is digging.
Oh, we found a pedal car.
Oh. He already knows what it is. You ain't got to tell him you found it.
Found that.
You be interested in selling that?
No, that was mine actually, or my
That was
daughter's.
yours?
It was either mine or my daughter's. I don't know which one you're looking at.
They got smashed.
Yeah.
Something fell on them, and they were nice
Oh, the
too.
one smashed one got run over. It was one I bought for my daughter.
The smash one got ran over. Was it drunk too?
No, one drunk is parked behind the pickup. Couldn't see it.
So, it's a very small piece, but that trim ring on one of these wheels, I actually broke one of mine. That's going in the Travelall. So maybe I can talk him out of one. Maybe not. I don't know. It's a pretty nice wheel.
And I was told my brother maybe about a year ago. Always by the
Door in the side.
Oh, cool. It'll flip down.
Yeah.
Oh dang.
So the steering wheel that's in that is the same one I'm putting in my Travelall.
Really?
Yeah. I'm putting a Corvair steering wheel on it. They're a really cool steering wheel.
They are a nice steering wheel.
That's what I was hoping yours was in really bad shape. That way it'd have one of the little chrome pieces, the inserts, because when I took them off to paint one of mine, one of them broke. So I'm having to find one of those, but that wheel's in really nice shape.
Well, let's look. There's some cars we've got coming over. So I got a ramp side pickup, a van, a convertible, and then the rest are sedans.
Oh, well, those ones are hid up in the tree so well I didn't even see them.
One time when I was younger, when I was looking for my first Impala, I misread in it. I thought it was a 62 convertible.
And it was a Corvair.
It was and he wanted like 1,500. I go, I'll pick it up right now. And then I go, no, you come down and get it right now.
Oh, that may be it. So I found a wheel, and all his wheels, because he actually has quite a row here. I didn't even see. We're in the trees. This one's actually missing a piece or two. All the other ones are in like perfect shape. All these wheels are just, it's ridiculous. They're awesome.
I said no.
Yeah.
Little fat guy will have to stay in the truck because him and I wouldn't get along.
Little fat guy.
The other guy might get along with.
Little fat guy.
You gotta try to bundle some deals, huh? You ain't like that.
He's proud of taking advantage of people.
Little fat guy would have to stay in the truck.
What is a Chevelle?
Yeah. Over there was a neat little, or that was a 69 Nova sitting over there. V8 4-speed from the factory because a friend of mine had it when it was new.
Oh, cool.
It was a neat little car. 4-speed with a add-on air. I think it's
That one a wagon?
Yeah. Look at this, 210 wagon. Okay, that's an interesting little, that's the rarest thing on the place.
This?
Way back before a lot of the farms had electricity, Maytag made washing machines with gas engines on them.
Okay.
And they also made some other things, and that was a little child's car and used a Maytag engine.
Oh, wow.
It was really neat. It was all there. That's all I have of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did this truck belong to the Fire Lake?
Yeah.
I remember seeing it run around all the things here, and I remember this little truck.
Yeah, it had I forget what happened to it. That engine to put in it.
I don't think I've ever seen a tricycle with the wagon on the back.
Pickup bed on it.
Yeah.
Called the delivery cycle or something.
Do you remember who that was for?
It was just one I had around when my kids were little.
Okay. Delivery cycle. Looks like it's hauling some gas or something right now.
Crazy looking right there. It's like a little bomb.
Yeah. They were pretty neat little cars. They had a 4-speed on the column.
4-speed on the column.
Man, that thing looks nice.
Never even heard of one.
It looks like a baby, a little baby 40 Chevy.
No, but I figured you could tell me.
That's a foundation vent.
Oh,
It goes under your house
they're cool.
where you have concrete blocks
Yeah.
for foundation.
Oh,
You leave
okay.
one block out, put that in there. And
It looks like it would make a
flow under the,
looks like it could make a mean cross pattern on a burger or steak.
Sitting on the charcoaler.
Uh-oh. Okay. No, I gotta go back this way.
Milk truck,
Yeah, I see a milk truck.
61 Ford.
Ray always has stuff hid in the woods. Once you think you've passed everything, you better look twice and go back. Now look at that thing. That is awesome. Out at my uncle's house, he gave me an old International ice cream truck. Now he gave it to me when I was like 12, so I don't even really remember what it looks like. I've never been back out there, but he asked me when I'm gonna come get it not too long ago.
So it's still there.
It's still there. His brother wanted to scrap it, and he told him, no, it's mine. So after my travel project gets done, I'm planning on going out there just to get it pulled up out of the woods.
Where is that? Got a matched pair of Corvettes here.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Matched pair of Corvettes is right. They damn sure match. But they match in the sense that there ain't hardly anything there.
There's another pin over there.
What we got hid back here? Buick?
That's a 56 Buick.
56.
Has factory air on it. That's pretty rare.
Now that's a cool car. I like the color. Very cool color. Yeah, see? That's why we gotta come look back here. Because I already spotted a good one over there. I think we made it to a new part of the property this time. And Carlos is coming. Back here, buddy. Don't get lost.
Straight west.
Found a couple more C10s. Oop, just found a spider I about stepped in. That's one of the good ones. Don't want to bother him.
Got a little Honda car. Big Lincoln, little Honda.
Big Lincoln, little Honda. Now,
Oh dang, there you go.
why'd you set that up there with that forklift that was sitting right up there?
No, one that's in the barn.
Those cars are actually pretty popular.
They are. They were really a tough little car.
Is that another 58 over there?
Yeah.
Somebody building a Jeepster or Jeep. That is a super nice body.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
That's pretty cool right there.
Short bed. Unibody.
They're all Ford Hubcats.
Yeah.
Awesome color combo. I love the white and the teal or turquoise, whatever you want to call it. Pretty well all there, body wise.
Body-wise it is, yeah.
Ray brought us to this old Travelall.
There it is.
Older than mine, probably 59 or 60 again.
So right there's the back end of the milk truck. So that tells you where we are.
Oh, okay. I still love how you kept that one out of the dirt.
Well, that thing's so tinny, you know, if a cow gets up against it or something.
My cow may go do some Honda tipping.
Yeah.
Trying to get.
Real cool old Studebaker. Pretty straight. Even on this side, little dent on the fender, but it'd pop out by hand, looks like. That'd be a solid little project.
What's this one right here?
That's a Torino GT 68.
That's a good one right there.
That is a good one.
You want to sell that?
It belongs to Troy Tate.
Oh, it's not yours.
No. Kennedy and Benedict. You know where that is?
Almost.
Yeah. It's right there, bro. Don't you have the front clip, the grill for it?
No.
No, this guy does it in front of his house. Oh. That's the Cate Eagle. That one looks nice.
So is your salvage yard full time then when you were doing it?
Yes. Had the phone number in the book and all that stuff.
Nope. This is awesome, guys. And I hope y'all's enjoying this. I know I'm not very good at capturing this kind of video, and I don't have the best camera for this, but I love looking around. So this van here, my buddy Tyler's actually interested in and trying to get off of them. Has the mags in the port window. Cool old creeper van. So that's the van Tyler's interested in then.
Oh man.
I gotta get that tree out from behind it and get it pulled out where you can see what it
You're gonna go Cheech Chong style, huh?
I just called it a creeper van, so.
Yeah, you just think there'll be smoke coming out of it.
Yeah. I already got the windows.
A little port hole.
Oh man.
So we just did a big old loop. Yeah. We're up by your matching pair of Corvettes now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm back on track. Seen the 61 hiding earlier, but we were way over that away. So now we did the full loop back up here. Four door. For some reason I thought I seen a back on it and thought it was a wagon.
Oh. The astronaut.
Wow. I was gonna say it looks like an astronaut.
Yeah, that's Gordon Cooper.
So who owned this truck?
City of Shawnee.
Sid. That's cool.
So Gordon Cooper was an astronaut from Shawnee. Yeah. We have the school over there that's named after him. Yeah. So that's pretty awesome.
That's cool right there.
That's local history. Cool logo.
Yeah, that's cool right there to get that door off.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Get that truck.
Put springs back under.
I was gonna say,
the truck running.
Put springs underneath it, get a set of black or white steelies on that thing and drive it as is. Were these local?
No, those came from Texas. The big one on the other side came from Greenville, and I think this was one of Greenville trucks also.
That's a long drive for a fire truck.
I think it took about 60 gallons of gas.
How much was gas back then, Ray?
Oh, I don't know. It was 50 cents a gallon then. Yeah. They've got a V12 in them too.
Oh, wow. Holy cow.
That has dual ignition on it. So it has 2 coils, 2 distributors, 2 plugs per cylinder.
It's got 4 coils up there.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It has
oh, wow.
2 coils per set.
Per set?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Man.
Yeah, you don't want to be pumping water on a building and a set of points burn up on you. And that fire truck came from Angola, Indiana. It was up north of Auburn, about 20 miles.
And y'all brought it all the way here?
Drove it home. Dad. And they are even more rare than this. They made less than 1,300 of those. 57.
Was that old barn?
My grandpa built that barn when he moved up here.
Oh, wow.
This is a 37 Packard that came with a V12 in it. And that's a 36 Pierce Arrow next to it.
So what year did your grandpa build this barn? Any idea?
I don't know. It was in the early 1900s. If it wasn't for the hackberry tree, it would be in real trouble. It's a pretty good sized tree.
That is a pretty good sized tree.
And there's one just like it on the other end.
Kind of helping hold it up, or is it hurting it?
No, well, some of both. The V6 GMC.
The 305
something like
V6, which means it had a Folgers can for a piston, right?
Yeah.
Big old
gallon bucket.
So there's this cool old 34. Can you tell me a little bit about that truck? How your dad owned it?
He owned it a couple of different times. He sold it once to a guy that used it in the oil field, and then he got it back later. Made lots of miles with it.
So
hauled hay and hauled wheat and cars and everything else.
So we're pretty well in the middle of Oklahoma. Give you an idea of where we're at on the map. What's the furthest he drove that thing to?
Northwest Washington State.
That's crazy. What year?
That would have been in the early 50s.
Oh, wow. There's some of his old salvage yard signs from when he was in business. Pretty awesome.
You can see on the end of that building where it said Valley View Farm.
Okay.
Up by the roof.
It's hard to see, but you can see it.
It looked like they had a phone line in there with one.
So is this where you used to do a lot of your work?
Yeah.
This was the main salvage yard or your main office and work area?
Yeah.
So how many engines have you pulled with that hoist there, Ray?
That one's pulled a lot of them. My dad pulled a lot of them. I pulled a lot of them.
Man, that is awesome. Now what old car is that?
That's an Austin Healey.
Austin Healey?
There's a couple of them, right?
I don't really,
Healey 3000s. Those are 6-cylinder Austin Healey.
like I said, I don't really know a whole lot about those. You want your picture with a miniature horse?
Get on it, bro.
No. My girls are gonna be jealous I got to pet a miniature horse. Where'd the school bus come from?
Monroe, Texas.
Conroe, Texas. Y'all did some trips for some of these big vehicles.
XK120 Jaguar.
So
52 or so.
I know nothing about Jaguars, but what I can tell you is when I worked at a hot rod shop in Shreveport, when I was stationed down there, we went and bought a lot of cars from a guy, and we ended up with about 4 shells. Now, they were a little bit better shape than that, but they were worth a lot more money than I thought. I told my buddy he was crazy for buying them, and then when he sold them for what he sold them for, I learned a lot about Jaguars in old cars like this.
Yeah,
They're quite valuable.
definitely a market for those.
They got any cold ones?
Yeah. Rust and
Dr. Pepper machine. Did that dispense bottles?
Yeah.
What'd you find, Carlos? Cool old ice chest.
Bad thing about it, when you get into one in a run, you can't get stopped. You just
It's a lot easier to get going than it is to stop sometimes. Have we looked at one of these?
There was an earlier one down here.
Okay.
Yeah, this one, early 60s, I think. That other one was early 50s.
That's a cool looking truck.
It is kind of neat.
Yeah. Kind of same thing. Fresh coat of paint on the wheels and some new wood on the bed, and that'd be cool just to drive around.
Like it is, yeah. So there's a pretty good 61 wagon there.
Yeah, it is. Oh yeah. Man, that's gorgeous. Inside's in pretty good shape.
It isn't bad for
I can cheat and use my little camera here. This thing's coming in handy. Is the rest of it this?
It was not wrecked.
Yeah, that's nice. A little bit of rust in the lower gate, but
That was a park lid, which was not the bottom of the line, but not in the hall.
luckily the tree didn't get it either.
The tailgate is probably the worst
Yeah,
part of it.
I know a sheet metal guy.
Somebody backed into something and dinged the bumper a little bit.
I actually can't say that because on my YouTube I always tell people I'm not a sheet metal guy. Don't bring me sheet metal stuff. I'm not a sheet metal guy. Somewhere in Texas, I can't remember. It's close to Waco, Texas. Now look at all these hubcaps. That's a Camino.
No,
Yeah, that's
it's a Chevy, bro.
made 52 El Camino.
It's a Camino
I
now.
used to drive that all around out here when I was a kid. Somebody else had cut it off.
Oh, y'all just came across it?
Yeah.
And then did y'all haul parts and stuff around here, or did you just drive it around?
Around in here, and I just played with it.
That's cool. That's really cool. Hey, there's another 61 wagon.
Yeah, there's another 61. I got a 65 here.
Missing the front clip on this one,
Yeah.
but still looks in pretty good shape from what I can see.
Oh, dang. It's full of engine parts.
Another engine wagon.
Yeah.
Oh, it's sick, though.
So it's hard to see, but
Let me see that side view.
another 61 wagon here. He said this one's full of parts. Oh yeah. That's in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Was it a factory error car?
Yeah.
So a little bit of rust at the fender down there, probably from the condensation.
Probably.
And little dent on the fender, but nothing bad. Got the 283 emblem. That's pretty cool.
It is AC. Yep. 61's hard, bro.
I feel like we could pick this car up. What about
Those are 120 Jaguars, all three of those.
120 Jaguars? So I think these are more like the cars I was telling you about, because I remember. So are the doors and hood on that, is that aluminum?
Yes.
Okay.
Doors, hood, and deck lid.
So these are the kind of cars. And all that, we made it back to Carlos's Dodge Dakota. Sorry, I got the set of white walls ready.
Well, it's Potawatomi. Might as well get it running.
So is this the Buick Taylor's interested in?
Yeah, I think so.
This one?
Yeah. Same color green as what his 54 was. That's a cool car. Will you say that again?
Special was the small body, small engine. Century was small body, big engine. Super was big body, small engine. And Roadmaster was big body, big engine.
Okay. So, you know, old Buicks, you see all those terms before, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't know what was what. And luckily,
That's the best of my understanding about it.
he told me twice, guys. He told me once, but I already forgot, so I asked him to say it for the camera so I can go back and watch it in the future.
That is a genuine outhouse.
Do you know what those wheels are from with the pinstriping on them? It's got that red pinstripe on the outside.
I think they're Dodge. I'm not
Dodge.
sure. I think.
I love the color on this truck.
Mustard yellow.
I do. I like the ugly colors.
Mercury's kind of unusual.
Yeah, that's a cool wagon.
57.
What kind of tractor is that? That's old.
It's a Minneapolis.
Minneapolis? Were they Minneapolis Moline then?
Eventually.
Eventually?
Dang. Oh, shoot.
That's unusual because the engine sets crossways.
What am I looking at right here? I can't. Is this an old vending cart?
It's a popcorn vending wagon. And
Popcorn
it had a
vending wagon.
Powered popcorn popper and peanut roaster in it. And they parked them on the sidewalk and sold popcorn and peanuts out of them.
Awesome.
Horse drawn.
Where would you find anything like that?
Horse drawn. And it's made by Creeters.
The old springs on it?
Yeah.
That is awesome, man.
Badass.
He built a flatbed on it.
Very cool. Another cool tractor.
He farmed with that one too. He made the top on it himself.
Kind of gave it a little chop top look too, didn't he? He didn't set them up real tall like you're used to seeing cabs. That's got a little slim profile chop top.
And he made that so he could put glass in it in the wintertime and work down there in cold days, you know.
Keep them a little bit warmer.
That's a cross brace on there, and he'd heat it and bend it just a little bit, move it up, bend it.
The front bow on it.
Front bow, yeah.
So he said he watched his dad build that front bow on that engine hoist we seen earlier in front of their old shop.
Yeah, with a torch.
That's too cool. That's really Shawnee's first fire truck.
His #1 badge on it.
Man.
Oh, look at the tree, bro. They grew inside of it.
One guy drove the front and one guy drove the back.
Wow. Look how long it is.
Look at the tree.
They retired it, and Dad had it out here when they first took it out of service, and then they let the Shrine Club take it, and when we got it back, it was almost as bad as it is now. They never kept it inside or anything.
And you rode on it from picking it up,
Shawnee in
parked
Shawnee,
it,
yeah,
and parked it there.
right there. I bought. Didn't have an engine in it. $75. It was slick as it could be. It was a real nice car.
You say 57 two-door hardtop?
Yeah.
Man.
But you got to, in the 1970s,
That was a
you
lot
could
of money.
buy lots of them for that. You know, there's a lot of you can buy running ones for $300.
So just about the same.
That's a good old truck. The engine went down in it.
Did you drive it far?
Drove it a lot. I went up Missouri with it one time and down in Texas with it several times. All tractors and everything.
What's your top speed when you're doing a drive like that?
On that?
If you got it
That
loaded
thing had
down.
That thing had run 70 miles an hour, just slick as a button. It must have a tall gear in it.
Huh.
It's got I put a V8 in it. It's got
Okay.
a 350 in it.
I was expecting to hear that
But,
this
you
was
know,
a.
If you got a load of grain on it, 50 miles an hour is plenty. Because you got to think about stopping.
Y'all still put that one to work then.
It still works.
No out of state trips though.
No, out of state.
So this is the car that I remember meeting Ray in when I was a little kid.
It had 1,200 miles on it when I got it. It's got 17,000 on it now.
Well, you did some driving, which is good for it.
It is a good driving car. The only thing interesting in there is I've got a Harley Sprint in there. If you like motorcycles. Pardon the jump. And up to code electricity here.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, now look at that.
I drove this to high school some, and after high school I worked at Western Electric in Oklahoma City, which was at Reno and Council. I drove it to work a few times.
With 2.4 sticking through the hood.
Yep. It's a 327 with a Muncie 4-speed in it.
Now this is hot rod.
Problem with it for a long, long time was cooling. You couldn't cool it. And I had the fan mounted up here, so like this hole was here. So I finally made a spool and fixed it like an early flathead Ford
Yeah, I see.
and drove it off the crank, which put
You got.
pulling air through the radiator
I
there.
can't believe I didn't notice that at first.
So it cooled after that. I could drive it anywhere.
Got your fan moved to your crank pulley down there, locating in front of your radiator. Yeah, like that. I didn't even notice. Like, hey, where's the fan?
Furthest I ever drove this was Fort Smith.
Fort Smith.
Yeah.
Not the furthest trip we've heard being out here.
No, Fort Smith, Arkansas.
So if you can't afford a Cobra, just throw
Make your own.
a 327 in an MG.
It's probably not near as potent as the Cobra, but
It's not near as expensive,
it's
probably.
not near as expensive.
And I'd almost say it's cooler. So I know I'm going to catch some backlash on that from people who really like Cobras, but I like weird stuff. So
I'd love to have a Cobra.
now I don't have no Washington State trips in it,
Yeah.
but I did make it to Austin, Texas.
Did you?
We took it to the Lone Star Roundup down there.
Yeah.
And actually brought Taylor a Model A Roadster body back in the back of this thing from there. Well, I want to thank you for letting us come out here, Ray. Thank you for your time, all the stories, letting us look around.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad you came. I enjoy having you.
Love hearing the stories. So
I got too many stories. People probably get bored with that.
I bet people want us to come back and get more stories out of you. So we're headed out of here. Luckily Ray was nice, let us look around. Besides letting us look around, he let us record where I can show you guys, and also he had lots of great stories for us. Can't beat that. Well, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm obviously back home already, and I hope you guys enjoyed the change up in the content. A little break from the travel. Got to go out there, check out some stuff. Ray has a lot of cool cars, a lot of cool stories. So if you guys enjoyed that, drop me a comment down below, let me know, because I know a few more people, and after the travel project, we're gonna change up some content anyways. I'll tell y'all more about that in the future, but we could definitely do some more videos like that if you guys like it. So drop me a comment down below, let me know. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking out my video. Check out some of the other ones where we do some work in my shop here. Here's our travel project. If you always come back, thank you guys. I appreciate y'all supporting me, supporting the channel. If you're on Instagram, I'm on there at Puddin's Fab Shop. And I will see you guys next time. But don't forget, sitting on your ass won't finish your project. Which is why I'm getting to work. Shop's open.
Well, fat guy will have to stay in the truck because him and I wouldn't get along.